Wow. Wow. Eliminate. Eliminate. Hype. Hype. Concrete. Concrete. Slate. Slate. Underwhelming. Underwhelming. Ladder. Ladder. Tesla's robotaxi reveal didn't wow investors. Shares in the electric vehicle pioneer closed down more than 8%, eliminating tens of billions from its market value. CEO Elon Musk's much-hyped event offered limited concrete details about the autonomous two-seat cybercab that's slated to enter production in 2026 and sell for less than $30,000, making it Tesla's cheapest model. Waymo, Uber, and Lyft are the biggest winners from the underwhelming reveal. Shares of the latter two rose. Atomic bomb. Atomic bomb. Survivor. Survivor. Shun. Shun. Capacity. Capacity. Rare. Rare. Unique. Unique. Radically. Radically. Transform. Transform. The Nobel Peace Prize went to Japanese atomic bomb survivors. Nihon Hidankyo has for decades represented hundreds of thousands of survivors of the U.S. atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. These survivors, known as the hibakusha, now mostly in their 80s, have struggled with survivor's guilt and illnesses caused by the radiation. They were also shunned for years as living reminders of the human capacity to engineer horror. If you bought a diamond this year, there's a roughly 50% chance it was manufactured in a laboratory. Lab-grown diamonds are just as real as natural diamonds. They're just not as rare or unique. Lab-grown diamonds have radically transformed the jewelry market. But despite the cheaper alternative, the amount being paid for diamonds is actually rising, and the stones are larger than ever. Pension. Pension. Adequacy. Adequacy. Sustainability. Sustainability. Integrity. Integrity. Lag. Lag. Retiree. Retiree. The U.S. pension system slid further down the rankings of the world's best for adequacy, sustainability, and integrity. America ranked 29th out of 48 countries, lagging both Canada and Mexico. The top spot went to the Netherlands for a second year. U.S. retirees will get just a 2.5% increase in Social Security checks in 2025 as inflation slows. Motorcade. Motorcade. Revival. Revival. Quarantine. Quarantine. Assimilate. Assimilate. Surroundings. Surroundings. Output. Output. Unprecedented. Unprecedented. A pair of 3-year-old giant pandas from China, Baoli and Qingbao, arrived in a motorcade today at the National Zoo in Washington, D.C., a revival of so-called panda diplomacy after an 11-month pause. The pandas will be quarantined as they assimilate to their new surroundings for about a month, so visitors won't be able to see them right away. For the next 10 years, the pair will be on loan in the U.S. as part of an agreement announced earlier this year. IMF warns rise in government debt could be sharper than anticipated. If budget policies are unchanged, the IMF estimates that large increases in borrowing by the US, China, and others will drive a rise in government debt to $100 trillion this year. The IMF expects government debt to almost match annual world output by the end of the decade. Spending cuts and tax rises of an unprecedented size will be needed over the coming 5 to 7 years to stabilize and reduce debt.